Hello everyone. How are you? Hope all is well and you and your families are doing okay. Hope you're having a blessed weekend. Just remember, it's best to walk away from people who try to undermine you or put you down. Walk away from fights that will never end. Stop trying to please people who will never see your worth. When you walk away from toxicity that poison your soul, the healthier you become. You just have to make that first step by just walking away. So, guys, the Bob Marley One Love movie, have you watched it? What is your views? Really? What do you really think about it overall? Because as for me, I am still waiting on a movie about the life of the legendary Bob Marley, not a movie showing Bob Marley. Firstly, why wasn't any of Bob Marley's children in the movie? You know what I think happened with that? Is because so many of Bob's children are not for Rita Marley, but they are different mothers. So to put some in the movie would be a problem because you'd have to put all of them in there. I think that is the hidden agenda why Bob Marley children wasn't in there, because they all would have to be in there. When this movie seemed to me like it is favored towards Rita Marley. Bob Marley was a very meticulous person, and the way he lived his life is so energizing that it would have been good to depict those qualities in the movie. What about his real relationship with the high trees? As we all know, he loved all of them. The thing is that the younger generation is just running with the idea of Bob Marley, and yes, your name is a legend, and basically when you think of Jamaica, you think of Bob Marley. For those who are raw, Jamaican, who know the stories, who know the drama, who know the mix-up, who know the levity, that movie is not saying anything. That is just basically to show tourists. Grown folks in Jamaica know the real story. What about Bob Marley's friends that were involved in his musical journey? What about the women in Bob Marley's life who are the mother of his children? They played their part in his life journey as well. Remember, it's a movie depicting his life. No one should be X'd out. There is Cindy Breakspeare, Damian Marley's mother. Ziggy Marley, Rita Marley is his mother. Stephanie Marley, is Rita is his mother. Yeah? Curran Marley, is Rita is her mother. And Stephanie Marley, Rita is their mother. Alright, you have Janet Bowen, who is mother of Curran Marley. You have Yvette Crichton Makeda Jenister, mother. You have Robert Marley, Pat Williams is his mother. You have Lucy Ponder, Julian Marley's mother. You have Kimani Marley, his mother is Anita Bell Navis. And you have Rowan Marley, Janet Hunt is his mother. So basically, there is 8 different mothers. Not only Rita Marley. So a good film director could have organized it so there are snippets of these mothers with these children in such a way that it don't totally take away from the movie. This should not be a movie about egos to say who is first, second, or third. This is a movie about Bob Marley. We want to see everything. It's about his life, which is very interesting and fascinating because he was a very colorful and powerful man. We so anxiously wanted to see his life journey and his journey into music and the bobs and weaves and the highs and lows along his journey. As far as I see it, it's like the movie was more like a tribute to Rita Marley and to show she was with the legend. Because that is definitely not a true depiction of Bob's life. What happened to all of Bob's friends who were amongst him at the time when them just beginning the musical journey and those who were along the way with him? Because right now, most of us are still left empty because there is just so much more to Bob Marley than what is said there. It was the anticipation was just wasted. On the heels of that, Bob Marley's birthday, his son Junior Gong's mother Cindy Breakspeare, former Miss Jamaica World, put a post out wishing the legend happy birthday. She said, on what would have been your 79th birthday celebration, I celebrate the incredible impact you have had globally. Cherish our amazing son Damien and reminiscence about the beautiful times we shared. From 56 Oak Road to your mother's home in Delaware and Miami, New York, Oakley Street in London, the Bahamas, Trinidad and beyond. The memories are countless, but our love for you is endless. Happy birthday to the people's hero, loved and revered by all. This was Cindy Breakspeare's post on Bob Marley's birthday to express herself. And then I noticed all of a sudden people getting them undies into a knot about it. And I'm wondering why. Because I don't want everything to be about Rita. Remember, she have a child for him, Junior Gong. The best thing will ever happen to the Marleys. That child was meant to be born to represent Bob Marley. In my book, the best and most gifted one of them all. For the life of me, I can never understand why is it that so much people are upset about her post. Wait, when born yesterday? Well, me could tell you about the people then whenever born yesterday or born last week and last year. We did don't know say Bob Marley did left Rita Marley from the beginning of time. Him did left Rita Marley good left. And it was Cindy Breakspeare for a long time, traveling all over the ends of the earth. Check and see, no matter how much research you do, see how much you're going to find of Bob Marley and Rita in any lovey-dovey situation, hugs and kisses and taps and loves and whatever. And when they don't bother come say the reason why Cindy did with Bob because he was a celebrity. It was nothing them time there. Remember when me I go to school, them used to tell me to be careful of the black heart man them. You know who them used to call black heart man? Rastafarian. So for she a eye color girl, Miss World, and she take on Bob Marley, she genuinely love him. Him never nothing yet. You can imagine the amount of turn up nose and bad luck she got just being with Bob. You know what sacrifice she made with her life to be with Bob them time there? Wanna stop it foolishness, man. What I find with you people, especially mostly Jamaicans, is that you always feel like you want to be on the winning team and beat down the next person who is not winning. Because right now, it would look like Rita is it because everything right now involve around Rita. So right then and there, you don't really care. You understand? You don't want to push away Cindy. Bet you if Cindy name was the one that is being calling up and associated with Bob as the official woman in his life and so on. You get what I'm saying? All I want would be on Cindy side beating Rita. But when you have this wagonist attitude where you only just want to be on the wagon that you know that is going somewhere in terms of can beat down people, tear down people. Bob Marley did an interview, more than one interview. And when them asked him about Rita, Him say that's a little thing, man. That's a little thing. Him never count her. And even Ziggy Marley, them own son and them children knew that. It's just that you see our people, we have this lazy attitude towards getting our life organized. Because really and truly, if he had moved to organizing his life and putting things in order because he was with Rita first, what would have happened is that, you see, when he died, everything would go on to, of course, all him children, but it would go on to Cindy. But because of the time when him take sick and him stubborn, and let me tell you something, you see them old time kind of man there, them stubborn and them difficult to deal with. Them not right will, them not generally run go divorce, because you have a man and him and his wife separate from like 1411, and him there with another woman and have all 10 pitney with the next woman. We are grown ass adult to give him grandchildren, and him would have never for the life of him Lego half of the woman when we dealt before in terms of divorce. Or I don't know if it's a power trip, they're stubborn, not sure what to do, or not intelligent enough to do what's supposed to be done, and just thinks that them are gonna live forever and them got this. And sometimes you don't know when your life is going to change, and if you don't organize your family in order, things will happen. Because it is even right now it is happening. You have people there with man, them and their wife left from 18th century, but them living with another woman or so on. If that man ever become rich and him drop down dead or meet in a one car accident soon, the woman can easily just go. It doesn't matter how him did live with the new woman for 500 years and so on. As long as you have title as wife, you can go in. That no mean say I did your man. You know, only legally bind by just paper. Overall, the man not interested in you and want you. You understand? And that was the case. So you guys beating up on Cindy. Bob was the problem. He went after Cindy and she never running. Bob made many songs to woo Cindy to him, expressing his love for her, until eventually she was convinced. In the meantime, it seems like Bob and Rita had an open relationship, because she was doing her own thing and he was doing his own things, because Rita had babies with different people and Bob was having babies with different people, but Bob accepted them. Just maybe it's because they were married, and really and truly, if you are married and even if you and your husband is not together, if you have a child, it is understood that it's natural for them to put it in the husband name. It's you have to definitely stick out that he's not the father and you want to put X name on it. Whichever way, they got the Marley name. Because when you check it, of the 5 children Rita Marley has with Bob Marley, only 3 was for Bob Marley: Sidella, Ziggy, and Stephen. Another thing I see after Cindy post that bothered everyone is Ziggy Marley post seemingly defending his mother, saying, when a woman take a bullet in her head because she loves and stands with you and still show up days after to stand by your side again with no concern about her own safety, it does something to a man. It tells a man something he will never forget, and forever cherish a woman like that is impossible to find one in a billion. Now, Ziggy, I know that is your expression, and based on what you heard about this incident, you don't know how your father thought about it, because when the incident happened, it was not only Rita Marley alone was there. The news was at 8:30 p.m. on December the 3rd, 1976, 2 days before the Smile Jamaica concert, 7 men armed with guns raided Marley's house at 56 Hope Road. Marley and his band were on break from rehearsal. Marley's wife Rita was shot in the head in her car in the driveway. The gunmen shot Marley in the chest and arm. His manager Don Taylor was shot in the leg and torso. Band employee Louis Griffith took a bullet to his torso as well. However, there was no fatalities. So Ziggy, when you make a post like this, I am thinking that men draw down on Bob Marley and she threw herself on him and take a bullet in her head for him, when really and truly, if Rita take a bullet in the head for him, you could easily have said Marley's manager Don Taylor was shot in the leg and torso. Another band employee Louis Griffiths took a bullet to his torso as well. So we could say these people took a bullet for Bob Marley as well. So yes, we understand that everybody was there and everybody gets shot and so on. But to specifically say that she take a bullet in her head for Marley is equally saying that all these people who got shot took a bullet for Marley as well. So you understand, it's not that we don't love Rita. We see where she put in the work to keep Bob Marley name afloat. Remember, there's benefits to this because Bob Marley has become a legend, and even a bigger legend after he had passed away. So obviously Rita Marley had something to do with it. No one is putting down her status, but the thing about it is that it should not be a competition. We the people of the world love all our Bob Marley children. And remember, you guys reign because of the Bob Marley name. If you want to do something about your mother Rita, who is a great woman, say that's what you're doing. It is about Rita. But this show wasn't really about Bob Marley for those who don't really know him. If people is just knowing him as just being a legend and him songs sells Jamaica and so on and thing, well, it would have been just like making an advertisement. I just see some basic stuff and you see him play little music, little backdrop and flashback and so on and thing. When are we going to get a real living legend life journey? And just remember, on the journey of life, everybody that come into your life is part of that journey, whether they be good or bad, whether they were good influence or bad influence, they are part of the journey as well. So this foolishness gonna basically turn this movie coming out into like a competition of the families and who was first and who was second and all of that. And it wasn't necessary because the movie is not what we expected already. We could have make it work with that. But at the end of the day, maybe, just maybe, part of the reason why Cindy, when she put out her post on Bob Marley, is because she and her child was felt left out of the whole thing, and it seemed it was only about Rita and her side of the family. You understand? And that no look good, because at the end of the day, Bob did done left Rita Marley long time. There's even a post where Bob Marley did an interview where him totally dismissed the idea of Rita even being his wife.
What's your views on marriage?
Marriage, I don't believe in a marriage that much.
Are you married?
Never.
But you have this, we heard of the I3.
Just remember.
Yeah,
about the I3.
Rita Marley.
Yeah.
Rita Marley is Rita Marley to sing with the name Rita Marley.
I see. She's not your common law wife or wife by deal.
Someone have business me too, you know what I mean?
Does she have your name legally by law? Not personally through marriage.
Well, that's a thing.
How many children do you have?
To date?
Yeah.
About 8.
8. All with Rita?
No.
How many Rita has?
It's about 3.
So guys,
3. How old are they?
Bob Marley Onelove movie.
Boys.
What is
What
your views? Really? What do you really think about it
about 3
overall?
and 2, yeah.
Because
Yes. What are their names?
I am
Ziggy,
still waiting
Stevens,
on a
Mena.
movie. You heard that? He described Rita and his marriage as just a thing. And you guys still want to blame Cindy? Go blame Bob. Rita must have gone through a lot with him as well, but at the end of the day, it's not Cindy to be blamed. He totally disowned his marriage. Can you imagine what he tells the other woman? We are women, we know what men are like. And some of you would have experiences where the stories that they come to you with is far from the facts. As well as some of you would have gotten the stories and found out it wasn't true as well. However, but it was through that same marriage that Rita had a leg to stand on to make claim to his estate. Although most went to Chris Blackwell, she inherited some royalty and legacies for the benefit of his children. And you have to give her credit for that. She stood strong and tall. I also remember as a child my grandparents talking about something in the media where it's alleged that Ziggy Marley was putting up a defense against his mother, wanting the children that Rita has that are not biologically Bob Marley's own to have limited shares or access to the Marley inheritance. So everything was not hunky-dory and glittering like gold all the time. So at the end of the day, Cindy Breakspeare is and was relevant to Bob's life journey, as she have to be strong for her son Junior Gong, and the fact that he has a strong impact on the world as Bob Marley's son. She has all right and is allowed to share her own memories, her own life journey with the father of her son. It's her right to do so because she sacrificed and endured a lot to be a beauty queen, falling for and having a child for someone the classists called back then the beast or black heart man. As for the movie, I look at it as a less than an hour advertisement, probably one of the longest advertisements you will have ever seen, to sell to tourists, to sell Jamaica, and to sell records. As the theme is more to depict the Onelove anthem and getting record sales up. So we are still waiting. Will a real movie producer do a movie on the life and legend of reggae music artist Bob Marley? We will still be waiting for that movie to come out. Anyway guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform please. Love you all. Bye for now.